What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. What's good, y'all? What's good? Let me check my audio and video before we get tonight's conversation started. Just want to make sure I can be definitely heard and make sure I can be seen. Just want to come on quick. I'm not going to be long tonight. Just want to come in and chop it up real quick. What you guys? Let me go over here to Facebook to make sure you guys can hear me and to make sure that I can be heard. Okay, so we definitely can be heard. So I'm going to come out. So we definitely can be heard. So what's going on, everybody out there? It's your boy Dame D. I'm gonna wait for a few people to chime in and chop in before I start chopping it up with you guys. I'm not going to be long tonight. Just want to come in. It's been a long night tonight at work, so just gonna come in for a few seconds. Let me send an invite out to BJ3. I told him I was going to bring him in and let him know. What's up, big dog? Not much, not much. Just live, man. Just coming on here real quick. About to thank everybody. We are one subscriber away, one sub away from 1K. So I'm getting ready to come on here and pretty much just thank everybody. So we had 999 subscribers. You are live with me, big dog. So everybody hear you. You want to come on? I send you a link, but you can be heard. Yep, I appreciate it. Oh my God, I've been trying my best, man. It's been a long road, but we are finally here. You know, we are one sub away from 1K subscribers. And I want to thank everybody who hit that sub button. I want to thank everybody who liked, who comment, and ultimately subscribe. What's good with you though, Big Kid? Yeah, it's definitely been a humid day. It's been a humid day. Did you ever get your phone taken care of? Because I definitely want you to come in if you want to come on in. I'm gonna send you a link and we're gonna see how it's gonna be. I sent BJ3 a link, so he's probably gonna be coming in and joining. So, oh, matter of fact, I got to call him. I told him I was gonna call him once I sent him a link. Yeah, so I just want to come in quick, man, and I'm actually sending you a link now. Come in quick and thank everybody, man. It's been a long road, but your boy, you know, we are here. We have made it to 1K subscribers, and I could have not done it without the help of you and everybody else who help your boy along the way. You know, it's definitely been a journey, and we are still not done. You know, we still got a long ways to go, but that was just one of my milestones that I had to accomplish, and we finally got it done. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to Q Nitty. I think Q Nitty started a little something too over on Facebook today. You know, he started a little blog. So I want to say what up though to my homeboy Q Nitty. Look like he's trying to get his little podcast started over there on Facebook. You know, so big ups to him. You know, and we got to get this. What's the podcast, Big Ken? We got to get these West Side Exotics off the ground, my baby. We've been talking about it. We got to go on there and do it. For sure, for sure. You know, because we'll try to get you the same subscribers I got. We're gonna try to send them over there on your channel. You know, but again, man, you know, it's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been a road. I've been working hard. I've been trying to put out content after content, trying to make these 1,000 subscribers, and you know, when we finally here, man, you know, it definitely feels good to to be able to accomplish a goal that you set out for. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. So I'm waiting on that next lucky subscriber to be my 1,000 subscribers. So, whoever going to be the lucky person, I want to thank everybody, like I said, who helped your boy out along the way. It's definitely been a journey, man. Like I was talking the other day, I'm like, coming here doing this whole YouTube thing, this podcast thing, a lot of people make it look easy, but it is not as easy as, as a lot of people think it is. You know what I mean? Trying to entertain people and trying to entertain people, and then at the same time trying to, because I talked about this the other day. I have quite a few equipment that I'm down here working. So as I'm trying to entertain and I'm trying to talk, I'm also working my equipment and doing everything else, trying to run the show. So pretty much, man, it's like a one-man show that I'm over here doing. Yep. So, yeah. So again, man, we are there. I'm getting ready to go back over on YouTube to see if we hit that 1,000 subscriber yet. We have not hit it. We are at 999 subscribers. So who will be that 1,000 subscriber? Yep. Yep. So how your day been going, man? Okay. Yeah, I'm about to send BJ3 a text because I told him I was gonna hit him up. So really, man, I'm not gonna be long tonight. I'm just in here for a hot second, until I get that 1,000 subscriber, and I'm gonna lay it down, because it's been a long work week, long work day, I should say. I'm a little tired. But I definitely had to come in and Pimp. Okay, I sent you a link if you want to come on in. I got Big Ken on the phone too, so all right. Okay, so we got BJ3 and Big Ken. Big Ken was with us on audio, but I want to, like I said again, I'm not going to be long tonight. I just want to come in and and thank everybody for this journey with me. Your boy is less than 1 subscriber away from 1K. And it's definitely been a journey, man. And, like I was talking about this earlier in the week, I thought it was going to be a lot easier than what it was. A lot of people on YouTube make it look easy, but it is not, especially when you're running a one-man show. Like I was telling everybody, I run, I do everything. I run all my equipment. I have a few things that I have to interact when I'm doing shows, so it's not as easy as it looks just getting up here trying to talk and entertain you guys. Yep. So and again, I'm going to do that one day and show you guys, everything that I work with. I'm just still sitting here. We are waiting on that next subscriber. So the next subscriber will be my 1,000 subscriber. Yep. So yeah, man, it's definitely been an interesting journey. I love doing what I'm doing. I love talking to you guys. I love trying to entertain you guys. And most and foremost, I love being able to inform you guys about the news that's going on throughout the country, because a lot of people do not watch the news. A lot of people do not be on social media. So, I'm not going to say on social media, but just does not watch the news. So I try to inform everybody on current events, current news, and just what's going on throughout the country. And we also talk about our own topics over here too. Yep. So I am just waiting on that 1,000 subscriber to subscribe to the channel. And again, I want to thank everybody who don't rock out with your boy. I want to thank Real Talk with Big Dave, DJ Shiny D, Big Hen, BJ3, and I want to thank all the subscribers. I want to thank everybody who's always commenting, who's always on the show. My homeboy 8 Mile 313, he's always there. He's always commenting, always in my comment sections. And I want to thank James Sanders. He's always in the comment section. It's a lot of people, man. I can't remember all the subscribers' names and everybody, but I just try to name off the few, that I do know that Skeeterman 218. He's always in the comment section. Just give it up to everybody, man, who's been supporting your boy. It's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been well worth it. I love coming up here, talking to you guys and entertaining you guys. So again, I want to thank everybody who has rocked out with your boy. We are there. We're not knocking on the door. We right there. We are a sub away. So I'm gonna continue going back and forth, looking on. Right now, I'm looking from Facebook, but I'm going to be back and forth looking to see who's that 1,000 subscriber. And what I'm probably going to put something together for my 1,000 subscriber too. I don't want to say what it is, but for my 1,000 subscriber, I'll probably put some type of something together for them, for that person. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here to Facebook, where we'll come back in a second to YouTube. But again, I want to thank everybody who's been rocking out with your boy. Your boy is one sub away from 1K. It's been a journey that I've been working hard on and trying to accomplish, and we are here. And I could have not done it without all you guys. You know what I mean? So I couldn't have done it by myself. And again, I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Q Nitty. Look like he trying to get a little something started. I love the commentary, Q Dog. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Hold on. I know we're not freezing up. Okay, so yeah, man. We just on here. We're not going to be long tonight. I don't really have too much to talk about. I just want to come on here and thank everybody who supported your boy in his journey. This is just one journey of many that I'm going to accomplish. Over here. Yep. So, like I said again, thank everybody who's been rocking out with your boy. Yep. And again, I want to thank everybody who wished your boy a happy birthday, man. It meant everything to me to see all the birthday wishes. And again, thanks everybody. It always, that's a special thing to see your family and your friends sharing the love. I felt the love yesterday. So I want to thank everybody who wished me a happy birthday. It looked like we got BJ3 getting ready to enter the stage.
What up,
BJ3?
How you doing?
Really, yo. What up, though?
Talk to me.
I'm doing good. I'm just chopping it up with people just on here, and I'm not going to be long, man. I'm on here for a short second. Just want to come on here and thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy thus far. It's been a 2-year journey. We've been trying to get these 1K subs, and we are finally here. We are at 999 subs. So, I'm waiting on this 1,000 subscriber to come on in. So I'm looking on YouTube right now. We are stuck on 999, but I know we're going to get it, if not tonight, definitely tomorrow. But again, man, I just want to come on here for a brief second, and thank you. And thank everybody, man, who's been rocking with your boy. Like I talked about this earlier, a lot of people, who do YouTube, who does social media, make it look easy. It is not easy, sitting up here trying to entertain, trying to run your equipment, and trying to run a show.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So yeah, man. We are finally here, BJ3. It was a goal that I set out. Those were I had multiple goals, but this was one of my goals that that means a lot, man. And like I said, I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy, for all the likes, for all the shares, and all the comments, and most of all the subscribers. Yep. So how's your day been, BJ3?
Everything been good, man. Good day.
That's great, man.
Every day's a good day,
That's great. Yep. And that's how I look at it, man. Each day we wake up above water is a great day.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep, man. So like I said, BJ3, I want to thank you, man. You've been rocking with me since the beginning.
Yes, my pleasure.
Yep.
Got me.
I thought we were going to get it yesterday on my birthday, but it's all good. We're gonna get it tonight, though. Well,
right.
Today it's not tonight no more. It's today. We're gonna get it this morning. Yep. So how's the weather out there in Cali, man? It's starting to the temperature here is starting to go down. It was humid today, but after the sun went down, it dropped. So the weather's hopefully starting to turn into fall pretty soon.
Yeah, it's been pretty hot and humid these last couple of weeks. So it's been close to 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a hot summer, man. But one thing I will say, we've been blessed, my UAW brothers and sisters, because we had pretty much the month of July off. So we were not inside of that hot building, the month of July. So, I can't complain too much this year. It's definitely been a hot year, but, I'm not going to say we didn't have too many hot days on the inside, because today it was rough. It was humid and it was hot, but, I'm ready for fall, BJ3. I'm ready for fall, and I'm ready for some football.
I can dig it.
Yep.
I can dig
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A little bit more chillier is good enough for me. I don't want it to get too cold.
Well, you down there in LA, man, so I'm quite sure you probably were ready for a little weather break too. Has it been scorching down there all year long?
I mean, it's usually not a lot of humidity, but this year the humidity's been up, but it's still not, the same that y'all have. Our humidity may be like 30%. So
what up, though, Connor? What's good? Connor made a comment. He said hi, and then he said, "Yo, we see you out there, man." Connor said, "When will you be monetized? People can donate. You can donate now. You see the Cash App? It's up there. We are one sub away from 1K. That's a goal that your boy has set out. But yeah, you can donate to the cause right now if you want, Connor. I think you asked me that before, and I ever since you asked me that, I put my Cash App up there. So it's up there if you want to donate. But yeah, man, we are chopping it up real quick. I'm not going to be long tonight. I just want to come on here and and just thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy since the beginning. We are one sub away from 1K. This has been a goal that we set out, and we are here. I couldn't have not done it without you guys. I couldn't have done it without you, Connor. And I want to thank you for the comments that you've made, that you've been rocking with your boy, man. And Connor made another comment. He said, "Oh, I meant YouTube, but maybe." Okay. Well, yeah, man. The Cash App is there. You can send something if you want. And we will be monetized soon. These were one of my goals that I had to reach, and and we are there.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
man, feel free if you want to donate something to your boy, donate something to the cause. The Cash App is up there. But BJ3, man, what's on your mind? How has your day been going so far?
Hey, everything good. What you do yesterday?
For my birthday, I actually did nothing. I just relaxed and chilled out. That's it.
That's a good thing.
Relaxed and chilled out. Yeah, sometimes it's a good thing, like you said. I've done all the the bar hopping, the clubbing, and all that, man. I turned 51 years old, so I said, what am I going to do on my birthday? I said, you know what? Absolutely nothing. I just want to relax and chill. So really, pretty much what I did, man. I just went on air and just talked yesterday. Yep, and thank you, Connor, man. Your boy turned 51 years old today. Another accomplishment. And hopefully we'll get another accomplishment pretty soon here. I need one more sub to make 1K sub. So, pretty much that's what I wanted for my birthday yesterday. Didn't get it, but we'll get it today. Yeah. Yeah, so man, BJ, it's all about just trying to stay consistent, man, trying to knock down these goals over here. And this is a goal that I've been trying to get, and I'm getting ready to knock it down to this morning, I should say. Yeah. Yep, so Connor, who your football team, man? We getting ready to get ready for some football this upcoming month. That's what I'm ready for. It's some football. Want to see what them Lions gonna do, man, after after letting a few of our key players go. I want to see what this offensive line is going to look like. I want to see what this running game is going to look like. Okay, Connor said he's a Bear fan. Okay, BJ3. So are you from the Chi-Town, Connor? Because BJ3 spent a little time in the Chi-Town some years ago. So what part of the country are you from, Connor? Let me go over here and check on YouTube to make sure that we have not hit it yet. You know, a lot of people, normally I have a lot of people jumping in by now, but a lot of people may be asleep at this point. You know, so we're gonna lean on our West Coast people to jump in. Okay, Connor is from Iowa. So so is Chicago the closest state? Why a Chicago fan? Come on in, BJ3. Give me a little bit of your input, man.
Talking about football season?
Just anything. You quiet. Quiet
tonight, man. I'm just kicking it with you.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know, I'm the football season. I'm gonna try to get into some games this year, man. It's been years, man. I kind of really didn't really watch a lot of sports except boxing.
Okay.
I'm getting back.
We can talk a little bit about boxing, man, if you want. What fights do we have coming up? Next.
We got Clarissa Shields. She's supposed to be. I think she fight this weekend.
Okay, Connor said because they're really good and Caleb Williams is cooking. Okay, man, but you know what? Y'all got to see my lines, and we owe y'all some get back from last year too, Connor. I think we talked about that. Yep. So it's going to be an interesting season this year. You know, to see, meaning that Chicago won a division, and we had won a division the year before. So it's going to be very interesting to see, Chicago and Detroit play. It's going to be a good NFC battle this year. Yep, so I can't wait. But BJ3, man, let everybody know what you got going on, man. BJ3 has a special thing that he has going on that's changing people's lives. BJ3, give everybody a little taste, a little conversation of what you got going on, with things that you have to offer to people.
Man, it's a wide range of things, man. But basically, I specialize in generational wealth, so making sure that you have things in order, just period. If you think you have some things in order, come talk to me. I'll show you a couple of things.
What do you mean by that is, financial planning, life insurance, and things like that. So you have to get your priorities in right, before things are not right. Before it's too late. So get all your priorities in right, and BJ3 is that guy that can help you get your priorities in priorities in hand, far as with life insurance, financial advisory, and things like that. So make sure you get with your boy BJ3. He's really good. I'm insured through him. Came to me, showed me some stuff that I could not refuse. So it's always a good thing. You don't want your family to be having to put together GoFundMe's to bury you and things like that, so we have to get ahead of the game, and BJ3 is that guy to go through, so again, you guys get with BJ3 if you need any type of financial planning, any type of life insurance, he's that guy to go to, so
appreciate you.
Yes, sir. We still at 999. It's a slow night tonight. Normally people be jumping in and out, but it's what time is it? It's 1 o'clock here on the East Coast. What time is it over there on the West Coast, BJ3?
9:40.
You said 9:40? Okay, it's still early. But yeah, man, hopefully Caleb Williams has another good year, man. Hopefully, because he wasn't a rookie last year. I think last year was his second year. So it's going to be a good season, man. I can't wait to see what these Lions are going to look like. I can't wait to see what these draft picks that we picked up, and most of all, man, I can't wait to see what this secondary is going to look like, meaning that we had to let one of our main DBs go, Terrion Arnold, man. That was a horrible letdown in the offseason. We had a lot of key injuries that stopped us from, winning our division, stopping us from making making the playoffs. So we had a horrible year, man. So we're gonna have to rebound this year and get shit together. Oh, we definitely gonna hit it tonight, man. I'm not ending this. I'm not gonna end this stream until we get 1K tonight. Yeah, you know, but we're definitely gonna hit it. I'm not worried about it. If we don't hit it tonight, we'll get it tomorrow. You know, but yeah, man, it's going to be a great. This is definitely going to be a great football season. You know, it's a lot of competition out there, especially in the NFC Central. Yep. So what up, man? I see we got a few people out there that's watching. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Your boy is 1 subscriber away from 1K. That's a goal that we've been setting out over here, and we are there. So I need everybody to hit that subscribe button as you come in. You know, I'm getting ready to go back over to YouTube and check it. BJ3. We still at $9.99.
I'm sending it.
Let me refresh. We might already have it. I'm about to go check and see. I did not refresh my phone because I did say Connor said 1K. So let me check and see. So we might be at it. It looked like we don't drop down to 998. Look like somebody took us a sub. See, people, y'all out here playing games with your boy. It's all good though. You know, I ain't gonna trip. You know, but yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's been an interesting journey. You know, doing this is not easy. You know, the people that do it that's successful, you know, they make it look easy, but I tell you what, it is not easy. You know, I'm on a voyage where I'm now trying to, you know, implement my editing into my show. So once I get that, my editing and everything done, you know, we're gonna take off. You know, where we need to be. You know, so it's a you know, you have to stay consistent, man, and it's a lot of things that you have to learn, like this editing. BJ3, that it's no joke.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like I said, man, you know, I'm a one-man band over here. You know, I'm as I'm talking to you guys and trying to entertain you guys, I'm over here working the equipment. I got a mixer that I'm running, I got a camera switcher that I'm running, and my laptop that I'm running and doing things like that, you know, and I'm interacting and bringing people in and stuff like that, you know. So it's a lot to do. You know, I'm not just sitting here, you know, just looking at the screen. I'm working my mixer, my camera switcher, my laptop, my phone, and everything. So, you know, I want to give a shout out to, you know, all the you know, podcasters out there that make it look easy, you know, because it is not. You know, especially for the ones that do their own editing. You know, that editing part of the game, BJ3, you know, that's really a journey right there itself. Yep. So, but yeah, man, like again, we got a few people watching. We were 1 sub away. It looked like somebody took a sub away, but you know, we're not worried about that. We'll eventually get it, but we need for you guys to hit that sub button as you guys come in. We are one sub away from 1K. You know, that's a goal that we've been trying to hit. So we're gonna keep saying this all night until we get that 1K. Yep. So BJ3, what's on your mind, man?
I'm sending out invites to your channel.
Okay.
So
and Connor AYD said we had 1K, then it went down to 998. Okay, so we did hit it and then it went back down. Okay, because I did not check. So we did hit the 1K and it went back down. So people are playing games with me now. You know, they seeing that I'm hitting the 1K and then now they want to take their subs away. But it's all good. You know, at the end of the day, you know, we hit it. We're going to continue to hit it and we'll go over that mark eventually. You know, so we did hit the 1K mark, Connor said, but a few subs were taken away. You know, but yeah, man, I want to thank everybody who contribute to helping your boy hit this 1K. I want to thank everybody who hit that subscribe button. I want to thank everybody who shared my content, who was hitting that like button. You know, and that's something that we gotta start having people hit that more like button so this content can be prevalent and it can get out there to more people. Therefore, more people will be able to see it, and then more people will be able to come on and join the show, you know. But yes, once we get over that 1,000 mark, you know, we'll be open up to a lot more venues, a lot more people be able to see the show. So, you know, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep growing, you know, and we're going to keep adding more stuff to the show, man. Like I said, I'm working on this editing and things like that, you know. So editing, man, it is definitely hard work, BJ3. Yeah. Are you familiar with editing and things like that?
Well, I mean, I did a little messing around on the computer. On the Mac.
Okay.
So I mean, but I can't say I'm a pro or nothing of it. But I've messed around with it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So look, man. Yeah, Connor said that we hit it. I thought that I did see it. I thought that I did read that because I'm jumping back and forth from Facebook and YouTube and Instagram on my phone, so I'm not paying attention to the count. But at the end of the day, we got it. It'll come back, and I know by the morning we'll have well over what we need. Yeah, but again, I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy. It's definitely been a journey. We don't have to shut down for a month because I remember I don't know if you remember BJ3, my mixer went out, so it was hard for me to do anything. But we should have been there months ago. But it's always something. But we are here now. We're finally here. We finally made it. And I couldn't have not done it without everybody. Everybody helped your boy out, man. Real Talk with Big Dave. I want to thank DJ Shiny D, my boy Joe, who always comes on and give me his advice. It takes a village, man. It's all about networking with people.
Right.
Yep. Man, give me your opinion on this Nolan Wells things, BJ3.
Man, you got.
He said we at 1K. I'm about to go and look, Connor. Let me refresh this page because on my page it's still saying we at 98. He said he just looked.
I'm about to check mine.
Let me refresh my phone. And I think and I don't want to say what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to try to put a package together for my 1,000 subscriber and maybe put okay, we at $9.99.
I'll pull up mine.
He said it keeps going to 1K and then go down. Okay, so pretty much what somebody's doing is they're watching the show and they just keep taking their subscriber away. But look, I want to thank everybody, man. I want to see it. I have not saw it yet. I can't. I'm waiting until I see it, and then and I got to find out who's going to be the 1,000 subscriber because, like I said, I'm going to probably put something together, man. Like order some more shirts and things like that. Send out a shirt, and probably put like a little gift basket or something like that together for my 1,000 subscriber. Yeah, but we are at $9.99. Connor said he keeps saying 1K and then it'll go up and down, but yeah, man, it is what it is. But BJ3, you said we got some who do we got? What fights do we got coming up next? I know Clarissa Shields, you talked about that. I'm hearing that she's dropped like 30 pounds for this next fight.
Yeah, she playing games. She playing
Why
games.
do you say that?
Because if you keep losing weight, it's not always the best idea. So
yeah, I agree. But I mean, what does she do though, BJ3? I mean, it's not that many people out there that she can fight. It's not too many people, that's wanting to fight her. So she probably have to continue to drop down and go back up. Depending on who's all out there for her to fight. Name some big names that in a heavier weights that she can fight in the heavyweight.
She ran through.
That's what I was gonna say. So she got to go back down. I would love to see her fight. What's her name? Baumgartner, the one that she just smacked. But I think Baumgartner is too small for her to get down. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Baumgartner will have to move up. Man. At least Baumgartner, I should say.
Right.
Yep. So, but yeah, man.
You got Rolly. You got Rolly and
oh yeah, that's going to be. I'm not going to say that's going to be a good one, but in my opinion, man, Rolly was given. I'm not going to say he was given anything, but I'll just be honest, man. The competition that we're used to seeing back in the days to the competition now, man, has changed. Because Rolly. He shouldn't even, I'm just going to be honest, he should have never have been a world champion, in my opinion. But I believe he's been, a 2-time world champion or at least 1-time world champion.
Yeah. I think two.
And not trying to take nothing away from him, man, but, in my opinion, the competition, especially in that weight division, we would never, back in the days, man, where that division, you had greats in that division that was battling, and I think your boy Floyd said it best about the fighters of today. Half these fighters that have belts wouldn't even be fighting for belts, if they fought back maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So give me your thoughts on that, man. Do you think the boxing, the competition has diminished over the years, BJ3, or do you think the competition, has gotten better? Because in my opinion, man, and I'm just going to be honest, heavyweights, the competition has diminished. And even in some of the smaller divisions where you have Tank and, I'll just say like the division that Rolly and all those guys were in. A lot of those guys have belts, and in my opinion, man, I didn't think they deserved them. I think they was just handing out belts.
Well, they sometimes they give, they may pass the belt on, but generally speaking, the difference now is, I think, just like with all sports, we have a lot of we're exposed to a lot of other nationalities, and we had the people that we knew that was fighting. But now we're seeing people from like Saudi Arabia, we're seeing people like from Russia, like on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So I think I think it's still a lot of competition out there. I'm saying that the people that be getting belts, sometimes just because we don't know the person, don't mean that they not a dog and they ain't been smashing, you know what I'm saying, where they come from type of thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's some good competition out there. It's good competition out there. They just got to fight,
and I agree with you 100%. But I'm just,
not fighting each other.
I guess I'm more still stuck in the old school, man, where where these guys, battle. No one ran from each other. It didn't take years for each other to fight each other. There was no hiding. In today's fighters, man, they want to run and hide. They want to pick and choose their fights until fighters can no longer make the weight division, and then at the end, then they want to fight them when they know that they can't make the weight and things like that. It's just too many. It's just too much of that. In today's boxing, in my opinion, BJ3.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you.
Give me your thoughts on that. Do you think boxing, from 15 years ago to now, do you think boxing has expanded itself, or do you think boxing, the sport of boxing, has actually went down? In my opinion, I'm going to say the sport of boxing has went down, man. The heavyweight division would is one of the main divisions that would attract a lot of people. Since Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight really hasn't been the same, and I don't even think our heavyweight champion is an American. And that's unheard of. And then now you got the sheiks that's taking over the boxing division. And I was listening to this one guy. He was pretty right, man. He said they're taking the class and the sport of boxing kind of like away. Boxing is an American sport. And if it keep going the way it's going, man, I'm just gonna be honest, man. The sport has changed. Give me your thoughts and your opinion on that, BJ3. We're seeing more fights overseas, and more big fights that's been hosted overseas than we've been seeing in Vegas the last 2-3 years. Give me your thoughts on that, man. Boxing is an American sport. We deserve to see some of the main attractions in Vegas, not overseas. And that's just my opinion. Give me your thought on that.
All right, so two things. So you asked about my thought on a couple things. So with the back in the days, with Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray, Hearns, all them guys, when they fought, it took some time for things to get to the point where they got to fight too. It wasn't like somebody called somebody out and then they just the next year they fought. It was years that they worked their stuff up too. So then the other thing, you were saying like, yeah, so the heavyweight champion he's from like Russia somewhere, like somewhere over there. So
yeah,
but
like I said,
but look at the heavyweights. Look at the landscape. Like the guy who beat the kid from
Okay,
Toledo.
okay, we are there. I see it. I see it now, Carter. My bad, BJ3. I did not want to cut you off. We
Good
are
job.
at 1
Congratulations.
subscribers. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody who has helped your boy. I see it now, Connor. I want to thank my 1,000th subscriber. I'm going to try to find who you are. Hopefully, YouTube will mark it, and I'll be getting with you soon. But I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with your boy. We have finally made it. Thank everybody who's been part of the show. It's been this is a goal that's been important to your boy, and we finally made it, BJ3. We are here. So we can't do nothing but just get better and go further from here. But yeah, man, get back to what we were saying, man. In my opinion, the I'm not going to say the class of boxing, the sport of boxing, and just heavyweight, man. Like the heavyweight division is not a main attraction on how it used to be, BJ3. What do you think we need to change to get these fights back over here in the US and to get boxing back to where it needs to be?
The people paying for the fights to be in them other countries, they paying heavily. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you get a call to fight in the Middle East, that's a life-changing payday. So it has to be.
I agree. It's good for the fighter, but is it good for the sport of boxing? To have
you're getting all
the sport of boxing that was once an American sport. Now we're starting to see all the main attractions be overseas.
It's not all the main attractions, but you're getting some of them over there because of who paying for it. So I think it's good for the sport overall, but is it good for the Americans? Probably not, because it's mixing worldwide. Now, if we run the sport, then we have to get the belts. So you know what I'm saying? But that's it's worldwide, man. It's not just the people that we know. Like it be some dogs out there that we ain't never heard of.
and I agree, man. It's some good young fighters coming up, man. But I'm talking about the heavier. Look, we're used to seeing great fights in the heavyweight division. We're used to seeing great welterweight fights, super middleweight fights. And I'm not going to say we're not getting that, but we're getting these fights sparingly. Back in the Hagler, Hearn, Sugar Ray, and things like that, we saw great fights all the time.
Yeah.
And like I said, and back to this whole Rolly thing, man. In my opinion, the competition has lessened, especially in that division. For him to be a world champion. Floyd Mayweather said it best. A lot of these guys that's world champions would have not been world champions if they would have been fighting 10 years, previous. Because the fighters of today, man, I'm just going to keep it real. They pick and choose who they want to fight. They're not fighting the top competition. They're dodging people and things like that, man. So it makes it, in my opinion, bad for the sport.
Yeah, I mean, some people are, some people not, though. Like Haney, you got to give him some props. Him and his dad, they call people out, send contracts. They put it down. Yeah.
Okay, now Haney got a good fight. Did him and what's the young Abdullah? Did they sign that contract? Was it Abdullah Mason?
No, you talking about Shakur?
Not Abdullah. It was
Shakur or Keyshawn Davis.
Keyshawn Johnson. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good fight. But at the end of the day, man, I still even with that fight, I think Keyshawn is barking up the wrong tree for that fight. And I'm not even really a big Devin Haney fan.
Yeah, Keyshawn said that he wanted more money than what they were offering, so he pulled out the fight.
Oh, so he pulled out of that fight. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, because really at the end of the day, man, he didn't want that smoke. I thought he was barking up a tree, that he did not want no smoke from, at this time. I think that was the best move for him. I think he needed to wait. I think he needed to fight a few more fights before, he actually get in there with, a world champion like your boy Devin Haney. And I'm not a big Devin Haney fan, but I would love to see that Devin Haney fight, what's his name again?
Rematch.
The one he lost to, wow, give me a second.
He ain't got no losses. Talking about
the one. I mean, when they took the loss back, the one they lost to, when they took the loss back, Ryan Garcia. I would love to see that fight again. Do you think that? Do you think that they'll ever rematch again?
They might. I mean, they gotta have some. They gotta have some things agreed on both sides. So they want testing and everything early. You know what I'm saying? So,
Vito Angeloni. Would you love now? Who would you go with in that Garcia Devin Haney fight again? And what was your thoughts on that first fight? Because we haven't spoken in a while. And Vito Angeloni, he's a great fight fan too, man. He watched a lot of fights. This is a good friend of mine. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, actually, this is one of the guys who me and him, we both were inspired to do this podcast. We used to be at work side by side talking about fights and things like that. We were supposed to have went on this journey together. But yeah, man, I would love to see that rematch. But the art of boxing, man, is not what it was 15, 20 years ago, BJ3. I think we have to make it, get it back over here, get these main attractions back over here in the States, man. We got to stop letting these sheiks, take money out of the, American, out of Americans' hands, and bring these fights back here. And I understand what the fighters are doing. They're getting their money and they're getting paid. But it's taken away from what boxing was here in the United States, in my opinion. Yep. So I'm gonna read some of these comments. Mama of the children said, "My family always watched Tyson, and that was cool. But when I get older, I was watching Cotto and Hatton. And those were some good fights. Cotto and Hatton, Ricky Hatton, I believe, is what you're talking about." She made another comment too. Here, let me put it up. But yeah, in my opinion, man, boxing has declined, in my opinion.
I would say it has in a way, but it's been opened in another way.
Okay, well, give me that way. Give me the other way.
Well, it's not as many battles, but we do have a lot of talent, and it's a lot of fights. It be fights coming on at 2, 3 in the morning, and it'll be like 9 o'clock at night daytime. Like we're exposed to a lot of fights. Like if you really want to deep dive, you'll be watching fights all over the world. It's some fights out here, but not the heavy ones that we want to see. Like we want to see Shakur, Haney, Tank.
Exactly. Those are the fights that we want to see. And I'm gonna go back to this, BJ. You know how we know the sport of boxing has declined, because for the simple fact we saw Jake Paul come in here, fight some of the top, come in here and pretty much make a circus of a fiasco of the whole boxing, genre. You know what I mean? We watch him come in and a guy who pretty much was just, I'm not gonna say who had no athleticism, but man, he came in and turned it into a circus, in my opinion. A lot of people made money off of him, but I thought it was bad for the sport. We saw a lot of acting, like that, the fight that he fought with Mike Tyson, that was horrible. Real boxing fans don't want to see shit like that. I want to see some real action, some real live fights. Those were just pretty much just, those were staged fights, BJ3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think at that point when he was doing having a lot of those fights, I think it was ruining, the art of the sport, of boxing. You know, so hopefully
Yeah,
we're done with
well,
that Jake Paul
so
bullshit and all that fake shit. You know, let's get
so
back into, some real boxing, some real fights, and let's get these real promoters back in here, just trying to make this keep this at home. You know, keep the boxing here in Vegas, and throughout the country. Therefore the fans can be able to attend all these fights and things like that. Not for only just the rich to be able to fly out and go overseas. Boxing is an American sport, and it needs to stay here in America.
it's
Point
not.
blank, period. In my opinion.
Yeah, man.
I mean, give me your thoughts on that, BJ3.
It's
Vito
just
Andaloni, do you think boxing needs to stay here in America, or do you it's an American sport, or do you think that we need to continue? That's just like the NFL, like how they're trying to, I'm not going to say branch off and show other countries and things like that, but they've been playing overseas and things like that, But that, to me, that's some bullshit. Keep our shit here. There's nothing wrong with wanting other countries to, want to see the sport and things like that, but you come here. We want to keep this an American sport. We want the Americans to be able to go to these games. So, I think when we start doing things like that, I think it takes away from, what the actual sport is, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion.
well, you broadening the audience when you get other countries. So
No, I'm
instead of
not disagreeing with that. I say
fights,
that's
the
cool,
fights be
but
about
let
country.
them come here. Let the other countries come here. Come and visit America. We got to keep the money here. Because when we leave and travel out of states, that money goes out of the country, in my opinion.
Right. Well, you give some, you give some, you take some. Look at Earl. Earl's last fight was in Australia.
Man, horrible. Listen, man, look, I still have not even watched a rematch of him and what's your boy that he lost to Bud. So listen, that's my boy. You know how I feel about Earl Spence, man. But that last fight, it showed that he should have stayed retired. It showed that that really, man, and I hate to say this, because he was actually and still is one of my favorite fighters of all time, but it showed that he was a one-dimensional fighter. He could not even bring in new trainers to change up his style of fighting, So, Bud pretty much, opened up and exposed his defense. He exposed his offense too.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, he's a Hall of Famer. He had a great career, man. I hate to see him go out like that.
He
went out with 2 losses in a row, and he looked bad in his last 2 fights, man.
Yeah, I would say he did the same thing, all those fights to get him where he got, right? And then, like you said, Bud exposed the style. And
bad. And he exposed it bad, BJ3, because look, I'm gonna keep it real, man. He exposed it bad to the point where he looked like he was in a whole different class out there. But even with that last fight, man, I sat there and I analyzed that fight. Them jabs that he was throwing, he didn't even look like a skilled fighter, bro. That's how bad he looked.
Yeah, you could tell his skills.
He was reaching. I mean, and don't get me wrong. Earl Spence is a world class. He's a world champion, but certain fights, man, just make you. I mean, he looked outclassed in the last 2 fights that he had, and he lost his last 2 fights. I hated to see him go out like that. I would have loved to see him, go out with a win, man. He deserved to go out with a win, but at the end of the day, man, he had a great career. He made a lot of money, and he'll be able to I'm not going to say go off on top, but, in a sense, he'll be able to, go in the sunset on top. He made a lot of money for himself and for his family, man. So, kudos to him, man. I just hated to see, the punishment he took in these last 2 fights, BJ3.
Yeah. The last fight,
I think he waited too long, and I'll let you speak. I think he waited too long. That 3-year layoff, it showed, BJ3.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the 3-year layoff was going to do his body some good, but some of the mental stuff has set in. I don't think he. I mean, like when I seen the fight, I'm like, How did they let him spar and tell him that he looked good in the gym if this how he looked? Like he looked, his skills they definitely digressed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
It's
did.
like
And mama of the children said, no, hold on, let me highlight this so I can see it because I don't have my glasses on, so it's gonna be hard for me to see. So I apologize, you guys, if I'm not reading everything off because I don't have my glasses on, so it's kind of hard for me to see a lot of stuff. I'm trying to show it. So she said not conditioned. He was not conditioned was how it was portrayed, and the dude is a badass. I don't know if you were talking about the Earl Spence on that comment, Mama Mia of the children, but yeah, man, he definitely was outclassed. He was outboxed, man, and it showed that 3-year layoff, it was too much, and he couldn't overcome that, man. He had no rhythm. He had in the skip. See, and what I was looking for, BJ3, I was looking to see some head movement in that fight. I was looking to see some defensive, rolling his shoulders and coming back like throwing his left. None of that, BJ3.
he didn't have balance. He didn't have
None of that,
balance.
man. He looked worse than what he did in that Bud fight. And I wasn't even going to talk about that, man. I
Right.
left it alone. He went out, like that, and I wasn't even going to talk about it. This is actually my first time talking about that fight since we actually watched that fight. It was hard for me to watch, man. Real talk. But yeah, yeah, man. And like I said, even with the trainers, it made no difference. BJ3, he changed trainers. We thought that they were going to be able to, add something to his repertoire, and he looked the same. So at the end of the day, man, and even now, like, do you think it's over with for Bud, or do you think Bud got one more big fight in him?
I think Bud is enjoying retirement, but like anybody else, if the price is right, he might come back, for some exhibition type stuff. But I think he enjoying retirement.
So what's going on with this Floyd Mayweather and was it Pacquiao? I heard they were getting ready to fight, or
he was supposed to, but Mayweather got some tax issues. He got to clear up the tax issues to do the fight.
That's crazy.
So look, you got Rolly. Who's Rolly fighting? He's fighting Teofimo. Then you have isn't Ryan Garcia is fighting Conor Benn. They're fighting. And what about your boy Mason? Did you see that fight? Did we talk about that fight?
What, Abdullah Mason, his last fight?
Yeah.
That fight where he went 12 rounds, where he got dropped?
No, he fought the guy from Toledo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Albert Bell. That was, you know what, in my opinion, man, they both were from Ohio. They knew each other. That it was a good fight. I was disappointed in Albert Bell. He actually had that fight. He was actually winning the fight into the 11th round, I believe, where he got. Well, they actually stopped the fight in the 12th round, which the referee stopped it too early, in my opinion, too. But at the end of the day, man, he was too much for Albert Bell at the end. Albert Bell could not handle the power of Abdullah Mason. And that was it. But it was a good fight. Albert Bell was winning the fight all the way up until the 11th round. But he had no power to be able to keep Abdullah Mason off of him. Abdullah started cutting the ring off, I believe, in the 10th and 11th round, and pretty much he was able to, get in and take care of business in the 12th.
Yeah, he. I don't know if I had him. I don't know if I had Abdullah losing.
No, he was losing he damn near was losing every round. He was getting outboxed until, I believe, that 10th round. Whenever you get a chance, go back and watch it. Because even the commentators had boy up.
We could put up this. We have to put up the scorecards because the way I see it, I see him losing. Not all 3 rounds, not anonymously, but I mean, anyway, it's boxing. Some can vote this way, but
right. Even though he still was losing on BJ3, I think the fight still would have, even if that fight would have won 12 rounds, they still would have gave the fight to Abdullah Mason, because for the simple fact that
he's the champ.
He's the champ.
So some of them, if it was a close round, you know, you lean toward the champ. But anyway, he at any given time he would have been too much. Whenever he decided I need to go ahead and end this fight, um, he was going to be able to end the fight.
Right. You know, it was a good fight, man. It was a good action-packed fight. Like at the end, I was just disappointed, in Albert Bell, man, because he could have won that fight, but he let up at the end and that's what it was. But I'm gonna read a few comments. At Mama of the Children said, y'all are great, and I'm going to hit that button to share with everyone out there. Thanks for a great conversation and have a blessed night. Thank you too, Mama of the Children.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But look, man, I just want to come in for a hot second, man, and just thank everybody who's reached out to your boy, who's hit that like button, who's hit that share, and most of all, that subscribe button. I want to thank everybody again. You just don't know how much this meant to your boy tonight to be able to see that 1K come through the screen. This has been a goal that we've been working for at 2 years, and we are finally here. But look, BJ3, let everybody know what you got going on and where they can reach you.
Hey man, trying to change lives, man. Just trying to change lives. You said I can't say it better than you did. 773-398-5658. Hit me up if you have any questions.
Okay, and make sure y'all get with BJ3, man. He's definitely changing lives. He's definitely a financial advisor. And like I said, don't wait until it's too late to put some life insurance on. Too many of our people, they're waiting until they die and they're putting all the burden on their family members, having to do GoFundMe's to bury, so get ahead of the game. BJ3 is that person that you need to get with, so again, we're going to keep talking about this, about BJ3, and making sure you guys get the proper insurance and the proper financial advice that you need, to go forward in life, and then after life, So again, I want to thank everybody who has hit that subscribe button, man. It's been a goal of your boy since this 2-year start, since we've been over here, and we are here. But I could have not done it without the help of you guys. So again, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank BJ3 for coming on to the show, giving his input. And at the end of the day, man, we are here. So nothing here but up, and we're going to be adding more things to the show. So again, I want to thank everybody who helped your boy, make it to this point. So again, it's another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out. Peace. And we hit that 1K tonight, y'all. Let's get it. All right, BJ3, thank you, man.
My pleasure.
Yep. Everybody have a good night. Peace.